Hello, everyone. This is Ross, and welcome to another Morning Manna. It's the 23rd of January, 2023, and I want to read you some verses out of Proverbs and speak to you just a moment about the truth that life isn't fair. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1, 2, and 3. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity. So basically, for the first 9 chapters of Proverbs, there's this father and son conversation going on intermittently throughout these 9 chapters. But he lays the groundwork here in the first few verses that he wants his son to know wisdom, to have instruction, to be able to understand deeper things. And then he says, I want you to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity. I want to talk about the one equity for just a moment, based upon the title of this manna, Life Isn't Fair. So, first thing I want you to understand is equity is the quality of being fair and impartial. Being fair and impartial. Now, we already said life isn't fair, and we're going to cover that in just a moment. But for us, there ought to be an impartiality of how we deal with every person in life. No preferring one person above the other. We'll see later in the book of Proverbs, maybe not on these mannas, but in my Bible studies in the book of Proverbs itself, on Sunday nights, we will see that bribes are a no-no. Currying favor for people based upon things they do for you, wrong. So that then dives into the impartiality and equity. It takes you away from being fair with people because you're showing preference for one reason or another. So there's 3 things I want to share in the few minutes we have left. Number 1, having wisdom isn't instinctive, it's reflective. Now, do we have some common sense, some wisdom on some level, just because we're human and it's part of us figuring things out? To a small degree, we do have wisdom on our own. But most wisdom that we have, if we have any wisdom at all, most of the wisdom that we have is not instinctive. It's not something we already have that is just coming out of us. It's reflective. We're sending out the sonar, so to speak, and reading the map and watching the event and perceiving the action and the attitude, and we're picking up all this information. That's where wisdom comes in, because then we're reflecting off of what we're getting back, and that's going to help us be better in how we respond and live our life. So having wisdom isn't instinctive, but it is reflective. Number 2, life isn't fair, but I should be. So you and I ought to today work on just being fair with everybody we know, even with people that have made mistakes and we sort of don't like them right now, or we've never liked them, or they get on our nerves. When you see that person today at work, maybe it's at home, maybe it's at a social setting of church or some kind of club you attend, give them a fair chance today to be a better, different person. Quit holding them to the standard of where they failed, and give them the opportunity to succeed. So life isn't fair, but we should be. Then last but not least, third thought, life isn't fair, but God is just. So let's say other people aren't going to be equitable towards us. They're not going to treat us with fairness. They're not going to give us a chance to do the right thing this time or be a better person this time. We are, but they're not. We still continue to hold that higher standard. As I've heard throughout my life, different people said, take the higher road on that one. Even if other people aren't giving you a chance to be a better you be the better you by allowing them to be the better them, giving them the chance to be a better person than the things they've done maybe in the past. But life isn't fair, but God is just. And I think the beauty of life is when you have that trump card or that ace, however you want to look at it, when you're going through life and you're seeing how things happen, and maybe you are, for whatever reason, on the side where you're always getting kicked when you're down, or you're always being knocked down, or you're always just being, whatever. It's just that person, whether that person being you. Realize God is just. and we'll all stand before him one day. One day, the Bible says, every knee will bow, every tongue will confess. And so God is just. The truth will come out, and you will be redeemed. All right. Have a great day.